Most people walk into a room and disappear, not because they lack potential, but because they never learned how to control perception. Presence isn't just how you look, it's how people feel when you're near. And in the psychology of power, feelings dominate logic. Before a single word is spoken, your body tells a story. It's not the loudest person who gets respect. It's the one who moves the least but owns the most space. Think about this. In the animal kingdom, the apex predator doesn't rush. It doesn't fidget. It doesn't explain itself. It observes, it controls, and it acts when it decides, not when others expect. You walk into a room. What do you do in the first 5 seconds? The average person shrinks themselves. Eyes dart, shoulders hunch, phone comes out. They try not to disturb anyone. But the powerful? They pause. Not frozen, not robotic, just deliberate. Their body says, I'm not seeking permission. I belong here. That 2-second pause at the entrance does more than you think. It gives people time to notice you. It forces their brain to respond to a new presence. You become the stimulus. You become the signal. And then comes the posture. The difference between the respected and the overlooked isn't height, muscles, or a suit. It's the power triangle. Imagine a triangle between your head and both shoulders. The wider and more open this triangle, the more dominant you appear. Open chest, chin level, eyes focused. You're not aggressive, you're unshakable. The weak close their triangle, shoulders in, chest collapsed, head down. They shrink themselves, they vanish before they even speak. But when you own your frame, you claim space unapologetically. People feel that, not with logic, with instinct. You don't even need to raise your voice. Your posture says, I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to be respected. Now let's talk about eye contact. Most people either avoid it or overdo it. One looks insecure, the other looks creepy. But the powerful have a third approach, the slow scan. They don't dart around the room. Their eyes move like radar, controlled, patient. They let their gaze settle on one person at a time, not to intimidate, but to signal awareness. In psychology, this kind of gaze creates an illusion of authority. It tells others, I see everything, and I'm not rushed. When you do this correctly, people feel seen, but they also feel slightly examined. And that tension gives you control, because now they're adjusting to you. That's when your stillness becomes your gravity. Ever notice how the most respected people barely move? Not because they're rigid, but because they're not burning energy seeking approval. The insecure adjust constantly. They fix their clothes, tap their fingers, shift side to side. Their body betrays their anxiety. But the powerful, they move only with purpose. Every gesture is clean. Every motion is minimal. Their body says, I control time, I control this space. And the room believes it. This stillness creates a strange effect. People start to orbit around you. They lean in. They wait for your next move. It's not charisma, it's certainty. And in a world addicted to noise and speed, stillness is louder than volume. Let's take it deeper. When someone speaks to you, what's your first instinct? Most people answer immediately, out of politeness, out of fear of awkward silence. But that fear is your giveaway. It tells people, I'm reacting, I'm not leading. The powerful? They pause, just 2 or 3 seconds. That's all it takes. That moment of silence shifts the energy. It does 2 things. First, it makes people lean in. Second, it makes them question themselves. The pause communicates. I heard you, I'm thinking, and I decide when to respond. That is psychological dominance. World leaders, elite negotiators, high-level CEOs, watch them closely. They don't talk fast. They don't interrupt. They pause. They let silence build tension. And then they speak, and every word lands with weight. Because by the time they speak, the room already feels their authority. Understand this, silence is not empty. It's power that hasn't spoken yet. And when you own the pause, you own the pace. And when you control pace, you control perception. But there's one part most people forget. The exit. We spend so much time worrying about first impressions. But it's the last image that sticks. It's called the recency effect. The human brain remembers the final moment more than anything else. So how do powerful people exit a room? They don't linger. They don't overcompensate. When it's time to go, they leave. With purpose. With stillness. No frantic handshakes. No fake smiles. No last-minute approval seeking. They make brief, calm eye contact with someone important, not to ask permission, but to close the loop. And then they turn. Shoulders square, steps unhurried, eyes forward, never looking back. That kind of exit doesn't just look good. It etches itself into people's memory. It says, I don't chase, I don't beg. I'm already on to the next mission. Even when you're gone, the presence lingers. That's the echo of true power. And it's not something you shout about. It's something you become. Because presence is a muscle. And just like any muscle, you train it. Day by day. Less talking, more pausing. Less motion, more meaning. Less seeking, more owning. The truth is, in most rooms, people are looking for someone to follow. Someone who seems sure. Someone who doesn't need validation to take up space. Become that person, and you won't need to fight for respect. You'll attract it, without begging, without noise, without effort. So next time you enter a room, don't rush in. Pause. Let the silence introduce you. Let your stillness anchor you. Let your gaze scan with purpose. Let your posture speak for you. And when it's time, leave before they forget you. So they never do. Power isn't what you say. It's what you signal. And in the psychology of presence, the quietest one in the room often leaves the loudest impression. And if you're someone who's ready to turn this mindset into a weapon, someone who's tired of being ignored, overlooked, underestimated, then I've got something for you. If you're ready to flip the switch from invisible to untouchable, drop a comment saying "ready," and I'll make sure you get early access. The quiet ones who understand this, they don't compete. They dominate. Don't wait, because real presence doesn't ask for permission. It takes the room.